Hello, and welcome to the homework walkthrough video for 5.02b Infinite Practice. In today's video, we are going to be dividing integers. How exciting. Let's get that screen shared. Bloop. This homework is very similar to last homework, so I'm thinking it's going to be a quicker video. Let's see, how many questions are there? 7 questions. My numbers will be different than your numbers, but our questions will be very similar. So if I have negative numbers in my question, you're probably going to have the same amount of negatives in your question, just different numbers is all. Let's zoom in here. Make it easier to see. Question 1, divide the integers. Negative 51 divided by negative 3. So let's negative 51 divided by negative 3. Negative 51 divided by negative 3. I know that if I have 2 positive numbers, my answer is going to be positive. If I have one negative number in my question, the answer is going to be negative. And if I have 2 negatives in my question, my answer is going to be positive. Kind of like the negatives are canceling each other out. The 2 grumpy people made each other happy. Oh, they were a perfect match. In this question, there are 2 negatives. So my answer is going to be positive, a positive number. Then, just like yesterday, just like with multiplying, the division still happens the same, whether it's a positive or a negative. So let's type this in our calculator. 51, but it's a negative, divided by 3, but it's a negative. 17, woohoo! And it's a positive 17. You could also do this by hand with long division. 2. You could do it by hand or use a calculator. Either tool would be great. 17. Check. Yay! Question 2. Divide the integers. Negative 273 divided by negative 39. So if it's 2 positive numbers in my question, the answer is just positive. That's normal. If there's 1 negative in my question, 1 negative number, then my answer will be negative. If there's 1 negative person, ruins the whole thing. Whole party is negative. If there's 2 negatives, they fall in love. Both the grumpy people fall in love and make a positive. The 2 negatives combine or cancel each other out. And so I know my answer is going to be a positive answer. Let's use our calculator to see what this would be. 273, but it's a negative, divided by 39, but it's a negative. It is 7, positive 7. It is a positive 7. This would be a little hard to do in our head, and also a little hard to do with long division also. Let's check and see if we pushed our buttons the right way. Yes, we did. Question 3, divide the integers. 1073 divided by negative 37. I know 2 positive numbers in my question make a positive answer. That's just normal. But a positive and a negative number, so if there's 1 negative in my question, my answer is going to be negative. If there's 2 negative numbers in my question, the answer is going to be positive. Since I have only 1 negative number, my answer is going to be negative. It's like if there's 1 negative person at the party, ruins the whole party. The answer is going to be negative. Let's see with our calculator what this negative number would be. 1037 divided by, I typed that in wrong, 1073 divided by 37, but it's a negative, negative 29. You can also do these by hand with long division, with other strategies that you love. You can also use a calculator. Here we have a division sentence written like a fraction. It is good to get used to different ways to see and read and write division sentences. Here we have negative 110 divided by 10. There is one negative in the question, so my answer is going to be negative. If they were both positive numbers, my answer is just normal. It's just a positive. If there are two negative numbers in the question, the answer is going to be positive. It's like the two negative people pair up and fall in love, aw, and then are happy. Two negatives make a positive. Two negatives cancel out, make a positive. But one negative, one lonely negative number, one lonely negative sign makes the whole answer negative. We can test that out with our calculator just to be sure. Here, I think my answer is going to be negative something. Negative 110 divided by 10 is negative 11. Yay, negative 11. Question 5. Divide the integers. Here we have another problem where the division question is written like a fraction. It's good to get used to different ways that division questions can be written. We have here negative 270 divided by negative 45. Is my answer going to be positive or negative? Well, I know if they were both positive to begin with, my answer is going to be positive. That's just like a normal division sentence. If one of the numbers was negative, my answer would be negative. But if they are both negative numbers in the question, if I have two negative numbers in the question, my answer is going to be positive. Let's see with our calculator, just to make sure. 270 divided by 45, but it's a negative, equals 6. Ah, it was a positive number. Nice. Question 6. Divide the integers. 528 divided by negative 12. Here we have yet another division sentence that is written to look like a fraction. It is so good to get used to all the different ways that division sentences can be written. 528 divided by negative 12. Is my answer going to be a positive or a negative number? If both of the numbers were positive to begin with in the question, then my answer would be positive. That's just normal. A positive divided by a positive is a positive. But a positive divided by a negative, that's a negative. If there's one negative in the question, one negative number in the question, the answer will be a negative. If there are two negative numbers in the question, the answer will be positive. Here we have one negative number, so I think my answer will be negative something. Let's use our calculator to see what that negative something will be. Divided by 12, but it's a negative 12, negative 44. Wahoo! Question 7. Divide the integers. Negative 276 divided by 6. Is my answer going to be a positive or a negative number? Well, I know that if all my numbers were positive, my answer is going to be positive. That's just normal division. But if one of the numbers is negative, then my answer is going to be negative. If I have one negative sign or one negative number in my division sentence, my answer is going to be negative. If I have two negative numbers or two negative signs in my division sentence, the answer is positive. Here I have one negative number, one negative sign. So I think my final answer is going to be negative something. let's use our calculator to find out what that negative something is. Negative 276 divided by normal 6, negative 46. Check, and all green check marks. If you need more help with this homework or with this topic, please send me a message and let me know. Good luck.